Good games and welcome to another doomed game. On today's episode, we try to claw back our Seleucid Empire campaign. Let's jump in. Welcome back to the Seleucid Empire campaign. We managed to make it through the last episode and survive for an hour. Lost a few provinces though, and right now we're just trying to hold on. We had talked at the end of the last episode of the goal trying to be to reunite Syria here, and that is still the goal. We do have an army up here that can probably take Antioch, given what is here, garrison-wise. We are going to bring our spy over and take a look. I don't want to get this army ambushed and killed. Yeah, so there's a small force there that probably can't do anything. And then another small force there that I think we might have defeated, and they're coming back, replenishing. In the south, we have this rebel army, which is a lot of cavalry, which really isn't a problem for our two levy units. But this army is pretty much stuck in defense mode, as is this one. There's way too many enemies around that will probably likely come to Hatra, that this army is just not going to be able to come and attack Dura. I'm fairly confident that this army is weak, because we just lost Dura, but I don't think it's weak enough for 6 units. And every turn that we leave it is a turn that they get replenished. So I think our best bet right now is to come try and take Antioch. Now we just saw here we're not going to make it, which is unfortunate. But we are going to move probably as far as we can here. And we're likely going to recruit over here in Hatra with this army. This is the best area to recruit, really, and the best chance we have at this point to recruit. And I'm going to get a couple of units of citizen cav, because our infantry can very clearly hold the line. Our hillmen can flank, and they've got the javelins that do a really good job. I wonder if these Persian hoplites have hoplite wall. Might not tell us. Yeah, it doesn't tell us if they have. I'm not sure if these Persian hoplites have, but it's fine. We can keep getting hillmen for now. But we're going to start with Citizen Cav. We definitely need them. And I'm going to go ahead and get another unit of Hillmen, and then probably a unit of Pikes. I think that'll be it for our money. We are upgrading Hatra, which is going to take away the rest of our food. But Tyrus is on the way to getting upgraded. It'll give us 7 food, and we'll be in a decent spot there. We can also upgrade this next turn and get a military building here to help these guys both recruit and protect the settlement with a little more of a garrison. I don't know if we'll have a good time trying to attack these guys, and I don't want to get into the same scenario that we did the last time an enemy was this close, where we came out in a defensive posture and they just attacked and took the settlement. So I think we're going to leave this army here, let them replenish. I don't think it's worth even adding these Eastern Spearmen. We'll leave them alone. And instead, we're going to go ahead and get this army moved down to the south. And I'm going to try to keep them out of the range here of these reinforcing armies. So we'll bring them down to here. And then next turn, hopefully they can attack Antioch. These guys might force march and come down here, but Antioch's gonna be relatively weak. And I think they might even try to fight us in the field, which we should win a field battle with our army. Let's check our Families, we have plenty of loyalty, so we're fine. Don't have to worry about that right now. We're also still protected for one more turn. The campaign started recently and it's almost over. That's sad. So we are protected though. That's good. And let's check that we're still at war with everybody. We're not. So Samaria is not at war with us. So we'll go ahead and declare war on them.
Welcome. I throw open the doors to you and bid you in.
There we go. And we should be good now. We are. So we've got everybody moved. We spent all of our money. Let's go ahead and end our turn. So Egypt decided to attack. This is fine. This is a really terrible army. They don't. It shows that we don't stand a chance, but we'll be fine. We'll go ahead and fight this really quickly. I'm going to fast forward through some of these battles. Hopefully you guys find this interesting, but we're fighting a lot of battles, and it's really kind of taking away from actually getting anything done in the campaign. Not that we would, because we've really been struggling with some poor decisions that I've made, but we've really been kind of delayed on timing and things that we're doing simply because of how many battles we've had to kind of manually fight to put ourselves in a decent position. So I am going to fast forward through most of this battle unless we get into a scenario where I need to kind of focus and concentrate, and then we'll slow it back down. But we should be fine to flank with all of these units here. The missile units will attack, and none of this infantry is getting through these spears. So unless they break and come around our flanks, which I doubt, we should be fine. So let's jump in. And yeah, coming to the closest point as can be expected. Got our missile units here helping to protect. They're not killing too many friendlies. Doesn't look like it. So we'll bring the cavalry around. These guys forward. Get everybody engaged, which they pretty much are. Hopefully we can pin down all three of these units. That would be great. Yeah, it looks like we got all three of them, so that's good. Those guys are firing. I don't know why that unit just did that, but it's fine. Firing into the back of them here. Have both of these units pinned down. This is why we needed cavalry, and this was probably the biggest mistake in the entire campaign, was not going ahead and tearing up when we could and getting a couple of units of cavalry, even though they're losing. Oh, that unit came back. That's unfortunate. We'll bring these guys. Battle's going to be over here anyway. Yeah, all those units are routing. It'll just be the general, really. And all those units are routing, and they're gone. So we did lose some units there in the army, but I'm not super concerned. I mean, again, this is a defensive army. This rebel faction has a ton of cavalry, so we should be fine. I do want to get a couple of units trained up here, so that's why we need to get the militia barracks up at the start of the next turn. We will take the money. Did not see this army at Tarsus, which is unfortunate. They don't even have great units. They do have a decent number of slingers, though, which are a problem. But what I'm wondering is if we can tie the slingers down. I think we need to fight it. I'm not worried about the infantry with this many pikes, but yeah, if we can tie down most of the slingers, I think we'll be fine. I'm going to keep a couple. We have that little bit of forest there, so I'm going to keep a couple of hillmen in reserve. And I'm going to try to make it interesting here. I think... Yeah, so those guys will stay hidden for me. Get the cavalry hidden here, too. Use both of these guys to help. I'm going to try to draw everybody kind of over here. Leave our general in the center. I basically want to bring these pikes in, and we're going to put them in a kind of wedge position, which I don't typically try to do anything like this, but it should give us enough protection. Don't even think I'm going to need this unit on the backside, but it should give us enough protection. Probably tighten it up a little bit. It's going to bother me that it's... These guys can fire. These guys can fire. General can come forward here a little bit. And then this can tighten up. Just like that. Always go the wrong way. And like that. And then these guys can... Perfect. So we're all piked out. And no infantry's getting through here. It's really just the missile units that are the problem. But if we let them engage, the cavalry should be able to sweep from here. Hopefully they don't bring anybody over this way, and then the hillmen can chase anybody if the cavalry doesn't tie down. And I'm not worried about losing. If I lose the hillman unit, whatever, fine. Again, speed it up a little bit here. The whole army's hidden, which isn't great because it means they're going to run everywhere to try to find us, but hopefully they see this blob and go that way. So they are. Found us, that's good. They found these guys first, so it should just bring everybody in, kind of consolidate in this direction. Units on the flanks, like this unit on the flank of Hillman, it makes absolutely no sense that they're this far spread out, and they're probably just going to find these guys out and cause us a ton of problems when they should just be crashing here. And they're just going straight for our units, and they found them just like that. It's actually kind of infuriating. Let's see what they do. Do they bother? It doesn't look like they're going to bother, which is good. They are going to get them into position, so we're going to have to sit here and wait and probably take this missile damage for now until they charge in. And they're leaving their general in the rear, which is Cappadocian Cav, which is pretty decent. Another smart move by the AI. Yeah, and this unit's already getting hit pretty hard, so this is a problem. They're actually being really intelligent, which, you know, most of the time the AI is not, even on legendary difficulty. I don't know that we're going to be able to salvage this. I'm gonna bring these guys around because they're taking way too much missile damage, and we're gonna have to bring the cavalry around to chase these guys off. Can't keep sustaining. Cappadocian Cav's likely gonna hit our flank here. I'm not really trying to attack with this cavalry. They should be faster than the Cappadocian Cav. I'm just trying to stop the slingers. We'll use these guys on the flanks and there as well. Now they're going to hit our cavalry, which is sort of fine. It's better than our line infantry, but it's not great. This also really hurts our ability to take the settlement next turn, even if we win this. And maybe the AI's changed, but, you know, I don't typically see the AI being this tactically intelligent with how they use their units. Especially considering they don't deploy these kind of tactics on siege battles. It's very easy to choke point them in siege battles. Bring the cav in here, tie these guys down a little bit and see what happens. They're just going to bring these hillmen in. And that's a brutal javelin hit. Speed it up here. About to lose our general. Yep, it's pretty rough. Yeah, so really just unexpected strategy there. I kind of expect them to just rush us. So maybe the AI has changed a decent amount. Or maybe I'm just bad at the game now. But that hurts us. That's our best army. And they're probably not going to get away here. No, they're not. Not worth it. Not going to win this. So part one of our plan fails, and they immediately regroup to Edessa. And these guys are actually going to attack with an army full of slingers at Tyrus. So we'll go ahead and fight this one. Okay, so all of their cavalry is spawned in here. And here's hoping that they bring them all right in this lovely gap. And we will stab them down with our spears. These guys here as well. And all of our missile units help kill the elephants. These guys out of the way over here, and let's put those guys there. And then here, they're probably protecting. Where's the general? Oh, the general's the elephant unit. So we'll bring these guys here, see how much damage they can do. I doubt. I mean, these guys can't ram. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Okay, good. So we'll see how much ramming they can do. But with the slingers, they're probably going to get 1 or 2 rams in, and they're dead. So we'll go ahead and start this. That was another major mistake. We probably should have just taken Cyprus as quickly as possible at the beginning of the campaign, because these guys just caused us a ton of problems and kept our navy stagnant, wasting money on it when it couldn't be used or couldn't do anything for us. And they're going to hit their own guys. Can't even get up here and turn, which is not great. So they got them, but now they're dead. These guys are all we have left. Bring them back just a little bit. See if we can attack. These guys should be dying, and they are, for the most part. This is another frustrating part. These guys go backwards. I think it's just a feature of the game that has never really been fixed. They've got plenty of distance to just start rowing forward, and they don't. So there's 2 units dead. That's not bad. Could be better. I don't think we're going to get a third, but we'll try. Over here, elephants are pretty much dead. 2 of them left. And everybody else has landed. So that's nice to see. We at least killed their general. I don't think we're getting anybody else here. Maybe these guys if we really hurry. They're not going to make it. It didn't even ram. It's just so inconsistent. It's really frustrating. Okay, so we're gonna move these guys around. Their infantry is a joke, but there's not really any point in even trying to put our infantry in place because they're just gonna get killed by all of the slingers. So the cavalry is really the only chance we have here, and they're really weak. So probably going to do is bring these missile units forward and let them fight. Well, we probably use these 3 units to chase. And we'll put these guys here out of the way. We'll use our other 2 units to chase as well. I'm going to try to do this one at a time, but really quickly with our missile units. Bring these guys over here to chase that way. Push anybody back and bring these guys over there as well. Hopefully the cavalry can get up here behind them.
We await your orders.
These guys are turning over here to go that way. It looks like maybe not. Let's bring this ship forward. Can you dock? For some reason, not right there. Bringing those pikes forward. The good news is these guys are pretty dead. And now we'll have them charge into the rear there. They should be fine. So it's really just this direction. And we might be able to cheese these guys into a corner over here. Have them charge from behind. And we'll get both of our slingers over here. These guys are good to flank. Infantry, it's just interesting how steady this infantry is. I mean, the hillmen aren't great, but I think they're better than Egyptian infantry.
Pike infantry ready.
We also have pikemen here fighting them, so they really should probably route a little faster than that, but not much we can do. And yeah, we're hitting that infantry there, so that's good. Doesn't look like they're using the skirmishers very effectively.
Melee horsemen.
Our 2 units of horse.
We are at your command.
We'll probably just chase these slingers down, actually.
Orders. Hillmen, get in! Riders at the double. Orders ready. Ready and waiting. Melee cavalry.
Oh, there's 4 or 5 units there. 6 of them.
Forward.
So we'll go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. Those guys are dead, so we'll bring these guys forward. Pretty desperate fight. We're just gonna keep chasing these guys down. Yeah, just really like actually effective tactics is the interesting part. You know, as many slingers as they have, being smart enough as an AI to split them up and then attack the different units because you don't have enough to cover each point is surprisingly intelligent. And I don't remember the AI being that smart in battles on Legendary before in this game. So that unit's defeated. This unit's probably gonna they might win. It's really a question of what do we do with these guys. They do have their pikes down. I don't think they can sustain forever. We can hide them over here out of the way a little bit. Hide them over here too. I mean, these silver shield pikes have really, really good. Get them facing front if we can. It doesn't seem to want to do that for us. Yeah, that's frustrating. Just turn around. Why are you not turning around? Just turn around. Ugh. There, just go over there. You two. And they're gone. That's very frustrating. Because we can't chase them. The exact same thing's gonna happen if we try to chase them. They're just gonna break apart like they did, and they'll kill them even faster. So, not looking good. Really not looking good. And this other army that we have that's left is now a food shortage because we lost our food making capital. We can't upgrade this. This is a problem. So we're gonna have to dismantle that. These guys are gonna have to come out and defend next turn. We've got to convert this. We've got to destroy this and convert it. It's got to become food production, and there's nothing. Poseidon here gives us food, so we'll go ahead and build that. Take 3 turns. I don't even know if it's worth putting a general in here. Edessa doesn't have a great garrison. We probably just get another general at Hatra and make this our last stand province. Punishment, sanitation. Upkeep would be nice. Growth isn't great. I think the upkeep's going to matter a lot here in a minute. So I think we're probably going to go with that guy. Weapon damage. That's just a commander's unit. That's not helpful. Okay. We're going to go with the guy that's giving us upkeep, which is you, I believe, even though we don't have good growth, but we're not growing anytime soon. Let's see. This army is fine. We'll reinstate them. And we need pikes. Silver shield pikemen.
Commander, get to it, men.
Go ahead and give him. This is the army. I think damage. Yeah, I think damage. And then we're going to go ahead and recruit here. I don't know what's going to happen to our income, especially if we lose Edessa. Actually, yeah, actually a decent amount. This is where most of the money's coming in at. We're going to be in real trouble if we lose Edessa. We probably just need to upgrade this and deal with it. And then here, we'll get the pikes. We're definitely going to get a couple of units of cavalry. Well, we can afford it. This is gonna be interesting. This is about as bad as it can get. Everything's gone, but 2 pretty small settlements. Let's see what happens at this end turn. Just gonna bring this spy over. No point in having him up there now. Yeah, this isn't worth fighting. Okay, we're going to continue to have food shortages. We've got 2 armies sitting on our doorstep. Another one here. We were able to recruit some units, and I think we're just going to give them over.
Make haste, men.
And probably going to do it again. Our income isn't as bad as I thought for some reason. We have a major public order issue. If we get this upgraded, we could probably get some food here and maybe stabilize a little bit. See how long we can hold out in this one settlement. I don't think we're going to have a chance to push forward until we kill 3 or 4 stacks. Have a small force here that can help defend, and then have a fully retrained at 16 army that could maybe start pushing a little bit. But it's not looking good. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Yep, so we're used to this. We'll go ahead and fight this one and just let them come at us and hopefully wipe them out pretty quick. So we actually have cavalry for the first time. That's really nice to see. And a decent couple of units for flanking. Let's bring all these pikes back. The general over here. Put these guys brand new right here. Another unit there. And who's left? These three. I'm going to keep them back out of the way. That way they don't get hit by missiles. And then put our fences up. It's really sad because this is a faction that should be pretty easy to do this kind of game mode in, just because of your pikes. But again, I think mistakes without the cavalry, not having the cavalry, and I think a couple of tactical errors on the map that did some damage to some of our units and armies. It would have been a slow grind, but we probably could have ground our way out of it without some of those tactical errors. So we'll jump in. Hopefully they come from the same direction, and we'll fast forward through a good bit of it. Ooh, we are going to slow down big time because they are coming in from behind, which is very interesting. And that's fine, but we are not prepared for that. These guys over here. These guys over here. Them into position. I don't know what these horse skirmishers are going to do. But I'm going to hazard a guess that they're just going to hit the walls, and that's fine. So we'll bring these guys right here on our flank. Why are we keep selecting? Because they're stuck inside the unit. Get our cavalry out of the way here. So we are losing a couple of units here and there because of the missiles, but looks like the generals, they're not arching for the most part. We should win this fight. Most of that's horse archers, which will run away, so we need our cavalry over there. And here we need all their infantry to engage. So how are we doing? Doing fine. The other one is this one. Let's move these guys. So there we go. You just click on and see exactly how they're doing. Interesting they're struggling that much. They should just pile on here. 239 kills, 460. So doing just fine, really kind of at both ends. General's pretty hurt. I don't know what's getting over. General started hurt, but they're pretty hurt there for some reason. Something's getting over the line. And then that unit's dead. So what we're going to do is bring this cavalry out. We'll take a third one that way. And then 1, 2, and 3 are going to come here. We're basically going to charge at them and get these horse archers trapped if we can. Hopefully we didn't get too close there. Looks like they might target us as well, but that's alright. And these guys are now in position, so there's what, 1 unit of horse archers. I think we'll bring them over here if we can. Tell these guys to hit the horse archers.
At your service. Melee horsemen. Citizen cavalry. Melee cavalry ready. Melee cavalry ready.
Don't want to let this cavalry out. The biggest concern.
Your orders.
I want them all getting pinned. And then you guys attack them. Come up here, come up here, come up here. And they got out. Of course they did. These guys out. Good news is they're winning that engagement. And they're pushing them back a decent amount. These guys all have javelins, so we're just going to go behind and fire the javelins at them. I'm going to kill as many of those horse archers as possible. Where did our other cav go? Down here. And these guys are fine. Still hitting the horse skirmishers, that's good. And these guys can fire at will. See, this is how it's supposed to go. I mean, I think this army has 15 or 16 units. We should be able to knock out 2 full stacks like this. These guys are not targeting effectively. That whole side's wavering. We can give them a rear charge and we'll kill them all. Bring these guys down here. Are they firing? Why are they not firing? Come over here and fire at them. They're not firing at them either. Okay, and charge all these guys down. I want as many of them killed as possible now that we have cavalry to chase them. These firing. Can you please just fire so we can charge? That'd be great. Same thing here. Just please do that for us. Bring these guys back. Okay, go on. Tired of waiting. Wasting our viewers' time by watching a million battles that are all the same. We're gonna continue. I want to wipe these guys out. This will really help us if we want to try to hold out and push back. Might get us to another episode. Might be close here. Then fast forward. New high score on kills here. This unit killed 1,300. I think that's the most we've seen in this campaign. Again, this is just proof of the concept. I mean, this is highly successful and should be with the Seleucids if we just weren't bad at the game. We'd be winning handedly. We killed 2 full stacks. I mean, these aren't great units, but still, they're not getting through these pikes. So we'll take the money. That's really good money. Killed 2 stacks. They might bring this other one down, but that's fine. No, they retreat. They're scared. Cappadocia retreats, and now more people come to the south. Again, a food shortage, we understand. These guys over to here. Put them in a defensive stance. Go ahead and just give the general an upgrade. I don't think it's worth it with this army to merge. I'd rather have these full units. We're going to try in a turn to get I think if I remember how this works properly, we'll get this building upgraded, and then we might have an availability for some food. That'll be our next building, and our money's okay still, which is surprising, having only one settlement. But we will continue to recruit here. More pikes and more citizen cav, and maybe another unit. Can we get it? No, it's 2 turns, so that's fine. Just in case these guys keep losing. I mean, they come in at full health, so if we keep losing to attrition, we can swap them out really easily. Merge maybe these units together and swap so that we have a decent number. Pretty much it. I don't think we can do much else this turn. Still at war with everybody. No risk of session. These guys actually aren't super happy, but it's because their leader died. I don't care. Sorry. We're gonna end the turn. Okay. Again, should be a pretty simple fight. We'll go ahead and fight this really quickly on the battlefield. Okay, get everybody back. The only unit I'm worried about here is my general, and he was taking a lot of damage that last fight for some reason. We're gonna put him over here in the corner a little bit. I do want him up here because they'll target him, but I don't. 104. These are the healthiest. I don't want the general to be in a position where he dies, simply because he's weak. So we'll put the 100 pike unit here because they might have to reinforce in this battle, and then these others move up, and the rest of these guys are just gonna sit, I think, back here. I don't really want to put them in combat because I don't think we need them. These guys on our flanks. These units. We'll put them right here. I don't think they're going to charge at us. And we'll put our cavalry to the back just to not scare them. I want them to come this direction, of course. And then defenses like we always do. Okay, I'm going to fast forward this whole battle, unless we get into a pickle, so... See how it goes. They're good to go, they're good to go. They're going to turn in. Yep, they turned in. Are they going to turn in? Yep, so that's fine. How many guys are we... A couple... These guys did not turn in. Whoa, we're going to slow down here. Very interesting. Persian Cav did not turn in there. These guys are flanking behind. We should be fine, though. We're just going to rear charge with this cavalry and kill them. This unit might die, but that's fine. Need these guys to engage with their infantry. And then we'll get the flanks going. Go ahead and speed this back up. Okay. Another army wiped here, and now we can just, at the end of this next turn, use the opportunity to replace the pikes that are really damaged. We might merge a couple of these. These guys have gold tier already in two battles. Um, Shows you just how effective this can be. If you want a really challenging campaign, but also one that is winnable, um, any faction with pikes like this can be pretty winnable. This is okay. So I don't remember how the game works. I've played too many different Total Wars too recently. This is going to be a problem for a minute until we get the population surplus. I feel like
My skills are yours.
see, I'm not going to do it. One of our issues at the start of the campaign, I said I wasn't going to use the steal food ability. It would solve our problem right now, but I'm not going to do it. We're making it as challenging as possible, and we can manage. We have no growth rate. um, I wonder if we would be skilled enough to go grab Duro. I mean, everybody's dead.
At your
See what's
service.
down here. I don't know if we could hold it. It's the problem.
In your service, I never tire. Treading softly.
Hmm.
We hunger for battle.
Hmm. Let's look here at one of these gives us wealth. I think it's one of these. Yeah, this one gives growth. This would be big. Let's go ahead and get both of those, because that'll give us 4 growth. Um, Man, I hate to do it. I almost think we just come back up here and take Edessa at this point, because then we don't lose the barracks. I mean, it's level 2. We've got a lot of really good units that we're pulling out of it just for food. Feels not helpful. Edessa's got 4 units. Cappadocia's a problem. I mean, they're a problem. Man, I don't quite know. This army will reinforce Dura, of course, but we've got no buildings in here. These guys suck. Odessa doesn't have any food in it either. Hmm. Well, this is a challenge. And there isn't any way, I don't believe, in politics to provide food. Yeah, there's not.
At your command.
Unless we had an ability where we get authority, public order, corruption. Hmm.
For orders. Ready for orders.
I think we swap a couple of these units out
On the move.
and we go take Dura. And Because if I can solve the food crisis relatively quickly, it might be all right.
Ready for battle.
And this army can keep recruiting, which we will have to do,
Good fighters.
so that they have fresh units in case they get attacked. And we'll bring these guys down to fight Dura at the start of the next episode. So we did it. We made it another episode. We are down to one province. I thought this game mode would be interesting. I thought it would be challenging, but not too challenging with Seleucid because of their units and their abilities. But this is a kind of cool scenario. If we can turn it around and come back from this, I think it would be really neat. And I am interested in scenarios like that. So if you're enjoying the video, give it a like and a thumbs up, and let me know. Looking forward to some other Total Wars, especially the new ones coming out later this year. But we are going to try to continue this until we die. So catch us here next time, where we'll go take Dura and see how far we can push it.